98% of the Pinterest audience is coming to Pinterest for next shopping session. So if you are not showing up for your ideal customer, you are missing out big time. I know it's really hard since the Pinterest tag has been removed for Etsy sellers, and it feels like you're spending your money blind on Pinterest ads, but you don't have to. And there's actually a way to really run profitable Pinterest ads for your Etsy store and start scaling your business with Pinterest ads. Okay, so as I discussed in the last video, there is an easy way to actually create your own audiences within Pinterest and start retargeting those audiences. So you want to find those people who really have shopping intent for your kind of product, the product that you are selling, and that are using Pinterest to get inspiration and are ready to shop. So to actually do this it is really important to get to know your audience. And I'm assuming in this video that you know your audience well because you already have a store and you're ready to scale it. So you're already seeing sales and you already know who's purchasing your product. However, if you don't, there's a couple of very easy ways. Connect with people, go into Facebook groups where they're talking about these kind of products, go into Reddit, go onto YouTube videos, read the comments. What are people saying about your product that you are selling? And really start to find that language that your customers are using to discuss the solution that you are offering with the product you are selling. So, keeping that in mind, this is also how people use Pinterest if they have very specific shopping intent and they are using Pinterest to search the platform for the solution that you can be offering them. So you want to understand what kind of keywords they are typing into that search bar and really target them on those keywords. So that's basically the first foundation that you want to have in place, and you want to target those people who are having this shopping intent. And you can figure this out by either going into Pinterest itself, using the search bar, and typing in some of the broad keywords that are related to your product, and you will see that stuff is popping up. I'll show it to you real quick. Okay, so we're now inside my Pinterest Business Hub, and I opened the search bar here, and you can see that it's not saying anything, but it could be saying your pins. So you want to make sure that it's like set to all pins, and then you can just search the topic that you are selling. So let's say you're selling necklaces. You can see that a ton of stuff is popping up here, and you can see, okay, are there here that are really showing the search intent for my kind of product and my the person that is ready to buy. So if you are selling, so for example, necklaces aesthetics is way too broad to target people that are actually ready to purchase, because usually people who are searching for necklace aesthetics are more looking for an inspiration and creating a mood board or something. So you kind of have to get a feel for what your audience, at what stage your audience will be ready to purchase. But this gives you a good idea. Okay, so maybe necklaces for girlfriends would be great. Stack necklaces could be great as well if that's what you're selling. So you kind of have to get a feel for it, but this is a great place to pop into Pinterest, the broad keywords, and see, okay, are there any keywords that are currently popular? Because those are the current, like the keywords that people on Pinterest are actually using, and use those to gather those keywords. If you're already having some organic pinning going and you're already seeing sales from Pinterest that you know of, there's a good place to go, and that is the trends. And because I have a very small account, it's not saying anything here because this is my teaching account. But you will see here, if you already have organic stuff going, trends your audience will love or is loving. And then you see, for example, hairstyles, and it will say 200x growth, 200% growth over the last X days. So you will get a good idea of, okay, what kind of trends, and those things like spring nails or henna, those you cannot target with interest. So those are actually keywords that you can use within your Pinterest ads campaign. So this is a great place to gather some keywords as well to see, okay, are there any trends that are really related to the product I'm selling, and that could also really target those people that already could show their shopping intent, that are going to the platform to really do their next purchase. So I think spring nails might even be too broad, but it gives you a good idea of where to jump off. And you can even use spring nails and then pop it into the search bar and see if there's anything more specific coming out of there. Another place you could do is go down here and then click narrow down the interest if you have something that's a little broader, and see if there's anything in there. So let's say for the necklaces, I would say women's fashion, and then I could see if there's any growing trends here. This is all because it's going to be King's Day here in the Netherlands, but so everything is orange in King's Day, but it's only because of the holiday. Otherwise, it might have something. There's nothing here about necklaces, but you can see, okay, is there any trends that I can hop on, I can use for my keyword to target those people with shopping intent? And the last place that I love to look is not this one, the audience insights. Make sure that you are not saying total audience, but you're saying your engaged audience. So you're really looking into the data of those people who are already engaging with your pins. So either saving them, clicking on them, watching them, giving a heart or a comment or anything like that. And it gives you an insight of their other interests, and you can break it down into very specific ones. So you can see here, so my audience, like 1/3 of my audience is really interested in finance. That's probably because I'm Facebook like doing ads. So those people probably are also doing things with budgeting. But you can see here, there's a very big part of my audience that's interested in quotes, and you can break it down, and you can even see, okay, there are quotes by genre, and like this is the furthest that you can break it down. But sometimes you can, maybe the quotes is not the best. I have an audience that loves everything a lot, apparently. But you can see here hair, skincare, makeup. So this is, and like I would never target people with fragrance because that's only of this 92%, only 12%, and the affinity is not that high. Okay, for such a small interest because it's such a very small portion of my audience. Okay, so that's something that I really love to do as well. So after this video, what you can do is go dive into the search bar, go dive into the trend section, into the audience insights, and see, okay, what can I learn? What kind of keywords can I use to really start targeting those people who have shopping intent on Pinterest? Because you don't have the Pinterest tag, you really want to make sure that you are doing the work that your Pinterest tag normally does for you. Because you cannot rely on the AI of Pinterest in the same way that someone with a Shopify store can, but you can still help the AI target those people who would engage with your pins because you are using very specific keywords, and Pinterest will start pushing it to those people who engage with it because they want people to engage with the content on the platform. So in that way, by helping the algorithm and really targeting those people who have that shopping intent and not just saving your pins for the future, you are helping your Pinterest, like Pinterest understand what your account is about because you cannot use the Pinterest tag, but you're also growing your audiences. So you can set up your audiences within Pinterest and you can start growing them. And that I will show you how to do this in the next video because that's a whole next step because you want to first make sure that you really make sure that you're laser focused on who you're going to be targeting. And this is the way that you're making sure you're not wasting your money because you have to do the work that Pinterest does for all the other shopping platforms yourself. But that gives you really 100% control and often makes it very profitable, especially if you are getting really dialed in on who your audience is. Okay, now that you know how to do this, in the next video, I'll discuss what you want to make sure that you are taking into account before we're actually moving into the whole strategy. So make sure you watch the next video and I'll see you.